Hey everybody, I'm Jason Ellis. At least I think I am most of the time. I hit my head a lot, so sometimes I forget things. And I forgot to press the record button on this week's episode with Sam Tripoli.
And as a result, you're going to notice the audio is compromised. Now, maybe it's
I'm
because you
compromised, Michael.
maybe it's because you forgot to hit the record button. Maybe it's because the powers that be at YouTube don't want you to know what Sam Tripoli has to say. Maybe they're afraid of clear audio, that you might be able to get your mind out of the mainframe and hear some truth.
Wow. Yeah, this is the core version of audio. Sorry, guys.
My balls is totally moving, new and improving. Not that we get back, girl. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a she is up.
All hail the king of the West!
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's a casual day. It's not really sponsored by Liquid Death, but Liquid Death is really good, you guys. Like, I just drink them all day, and then because they've got flavors, it's like there's never a dull moment for my hydrating life. It's just always, wait, would you like some iced tea with it? Yeah, I guess. But sometimes I don't want an iced tea, sometimes I just want water, but sometimes if I want iced tea, I got it too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I got that going for me here. I was getting to that. Yeah, so we got a guest.
That was the best opening I've ever seen on a podcast ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Man, your podcast is awesome.
It's pretty much downhill after that.
I know, probably. It's hard to follow that.
Yeah. I mean, we could sing to each other, but
I'm not good.
Right.
I fucked up the words to Nine Inch Nails. I'm still upset about that.
wait, at Skagfest?
Yeah, I'm so upset. I was practicing and I skipped a chorus. I'm so upset.
So
I'm
wait,
still in
then
trauma.
So then did the song did it break down?
No, it's fine. Josh A. Myers just bailed on me at that point. When he's like, I was like, oh, dude, I messed up. I was crushing, and then all my dreams went to, my days of being a lead singer gone. So sad, bro.
Was it funny at least?
I don't know, man. I take that very serious.
But you're a comedian that can't sing.
And it was the first time you've ever done it.
Yeah, I
So
know,
take it
but
seriously.
I put a lot of pressure on myself. I
Did-
just
did-
wanted
did-
to shred.
Did you choke or was it an honest mistake?
It was an honest mistake.
One time I saw Tony Hawk sing, and Tony sang in live bands. He's probably up to 20 times now that he's done a live singing
I wanted to
performance.
so bad.
But he did one the other day with the guy from Devo, and they did a Devo. I don't know if it was the Devo cover, but it was a song where second verse he blanked, and he stopped saying stuff, and the band was like, "You good?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then they were like, well, "We'll keep it going, and then we're gonna go back in." So and he was like, "Oh yeah," and then got it and kept going. So it does happen to that takes a long time to just have
I get it,
muscle
dude.
memory of a song.
I just wanted to nail it and crush it.
Yeah. Were you doing good before you made
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
was
lyrics? Like you sound
shredding.
right. Do people agree or is
Yeah,
that-
everyone's
are
like,
you
you
tone
shredded.
deaf?
Yes, that too. I'm horrible at it. I can't.
Is there
sing.
any? Can we get the video of?
No, I don't want to watch it. Why?
I really want
why
to
are we
know.
going back to my Vietnam?
Oh come on!
I
Listen to
love
that.
this setup, bro. Your setup is so good. I need to get my house in order like this.
Yeah.
I I need to interrupt this podcast for a very important update. Break up from your destructive habits. Head to tryfume.com/Jason.
Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. Look at me looking all cool with my Fume here. There's nothing wrong with that, baby. So instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit?
Fume does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors.
You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good and makes replacing your bad habit easy.
It's also fun to fidget with. And I feel cool using it.
Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, even fun. Look at me, I'm having a blast.
Woohoo!
Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories. There's no reason that can't be you.
Join Fume and the exhilarating humanity breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to fume.com and use the code JASON to save 10% off when you get your Journey Pack. Tis dizzy. That's tryfume, TRYFUM.com, and then use the code JASON, like me, and you get an additional 10% off your order today.
What cool cameras you got? You're working it, dude. How are you?
I'm great, man.
Don't you have cool cameras in your house?
I need more cool cameras. I only have one camera. I need to up my game.
Yeah.
I have a studio that I
Uh-huh.
work out of, but in my own personal house, I need a better setup. Anyways,
How's
my legs-
working at home when there's children in the house?
hard.
Yeah.
I have one daughter. She's autistic,
Yeah.
and she just grabs everything.
Like she comes in the studio while you're recording.
Yeah, and just starts grabbing shit. And
How
I
do you?
laugh.
Yeah, I guess you gotta.
What are you gonna do? Yell at her?
Yeah, I've had the kids come up. My kids are a bit older. They came on. A Tiger came on a couple times, talking all kinds of shit.
I can't.
He's
wait.
pretty good at it.
I can't wait to podcast with him. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and my daughter, I think I did one show, but she's more like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So
They
it's pretty
zig and
hard.
they zag, bro. You go one way, we're crazy this way, our kids will zag that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I don't think my daughter thinks that it's not. I'm not working hard and there's no skill to it. It's just, podcasting.
Right.
Yeah, which I totally get. I feel like
women don't like podcasting as much as men either. I think
interesting. I disagree because I think that there is giant podcasts like Dax Shepard's Armchair or whatever it's called.
I think
He said
there
to
are
me-
women that do like, and it could be a
But
double-digit percentage, but
he said to me that he couldn't have me on because of the female audience and how I wouldn't mesh. He's like, it's where he said some ratio of way more women listening than men.
oh, that's great.
And
I'm not saying it.
he's up there. So I'm just saying. I think there's like obviously Joe Rogan. Who do you think listens? Probably more men.
Right.
But I think there's a
They
giant
have guys
audience.
F word.
Maybe more
And-
so,
and-
Sam.
And call her daddy.
Yeah, they're
Do you think- what about this, Sam?
Not
Do you think-
saying they don't listen.
Do you
I'm
think
just
they
saying.
purchase more stuff from the reads that show? If you do have a female fan base, do you think you do better?
Yeah, I think
With the
women
sales
just buy more stuff,
they-
and
'cause
more
then you have
people
all those-
buy stuff for women. It's
Right,
statistically
and then you
proven.
have all the imagine if we were all ladies, people would say, "Do you want to do a
Yeah.
face cream
Yeah.
commercial?" Or a tampon. We don't have it. I might need a tampon actually.
Why not?
Yeah,
Go for it.
I think it might be
Today,
like a giant
who can
period.
tell you whether you can have a tampon or not?
Right. Wait. What?
Yeah,
I respect your right to use tampons.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And I agree.
Thank you, guys.
Well, it seems to me,
That's
I
all I
don't know.
wanted.
I don't know what the percentages are, but I know, and Sam, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I believe there is a massive female podcast listenership audience. It seems to me that painting in broad strokes, guys listen to comedy pods, girls listen to podcasts about people who got murdered.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane.
Which
I would
we
just
should
tell
look
you
into
that. I think you should, and it's crazy because I always talk about how like the number one demographic to talk to the manager about a joke is like, like late 20s to 30s to 40-year-old women, but then they'll go home and listen to a murder podcast.
Yeah.
Where, it's
I know a murder.
You know somebody who murdered somebody?
Yeah. In Australia.
I got heckled by a guy who just got out of jail for murder. It was
How did you find out that bit?
because he came up to me after going, "Hey, how's the guy talking to you?" I'm like, "Okay, we call that heckling."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm like, yeah," and I'm like, "Hey." So we just started talking. He's like, "Yeah, I just got out of jail for murder." I'm like, "Okay, wrap it up. Time to go."
Did you laugh when he said that? Or
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
you
laugh
gotta.
whenever I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, it's either laugh or run.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well,
which
you don't
one
want to run because he might have flashbacks and then murder you again.
You don't think you could get away?
He was a little young guy. I don't know, maybe.
Young guys are quick.
But I laugh whenever I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
Like when I'm getting lit up in jujitsu or Thai boxing, someone's lighting me up, I start laughing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, though.
I do.
You know what? That is a thing, because every time I've ever got rocked in a real fight, I smile.
Yeah.
Which I don't, I'm sure, I don't know what because it's not I'm not doing it for a poker face, because it's too quick of a instinctual thing.
Right.
I can't say, "Oh, I got rocked." Yeah, good one, dude. Like I don't think
I
that.
don't know what it is either.
Like the last pro fight I had when I got hit, my front leg did the wobble thing.
Oh.
I felt fine, but my leg was like, nah. And I was like, oh. And I smiled at the guy as he walked me to the cage, started throwing bombs at me.
Oh.
But I don't remember going, show him a smile. I mean, I just did it.
I don't know why, but whenever I would I noticed this when I was I was trying to get through college. I didn't even care. I only went to college to make my parents happy. From the moment I knew I existed, I wanted to do stand-up comedy. Literally. Even before I knew there was a job, it's what I wanted to do. So I just went to college to make my parents happy. So I was taking any degree that would give me credit so I can get out of there. And I took singing, and I hated singing. I hated it. Whenever they're like, "Okay, we got to sing today," I'll be like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
They probably say that a lot in singing class.
What's that?
They probably say that a lot in singing class.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why are you in this class if you hate singing?" I'm like, "I just want to quit credit."
Sam Tripoli. Remember when we did that TV show, Wild World of Spike?
Yeah.
Did you think when we got that show that this was going to skyrocket your comedy career?
I mean, it did help me get into places.
It did?
Yeah, it did kind of get me, start the ball rolling in some stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you were doing stand-up at that time,
Yeah.
you would be able to get in clubs.
I'd be good at comedy by now.
Yeah, I was. Still
Whoops.
think you're great.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah,
think
having a TV credit, being the star of a series, that opens.
Yeah, I think having a good podcast too now is a big thing, or a YouTube channel, or I've seen these guys I know that are blown up off their Instagrams, which is cool to watch.
Yeah.
I think it's the best time ever to do stand-up. So I'm gonna do this
Cool.
I'm gonna shoot a special with all my dark shit, and I'm gonna dump that, and then I'm just gonna start doing more personal, mainstream shit. I've
Oh, really?
decided
You're gonna put on a dad sweater?
I'm gonna talk about my kids.
Did I
and all
see
that
are you
stuff.
filming 5 specials, or did I read a typo?
I'm not filming 5 specials.
How
you're-
many are you doing?
You
I'm
did two.
about to do one. I have a bunch. I have a couple. I have 3 specials right now.
Right.
And I'm gonna film another one. It's gonna be called Quiet. And then then who knows what's gonna happen. I'm ready to start just talking about normal shit, not trying to press everybody all the time.
Why the shift?
Because I'm just okay. You want to know why? Because I was watching.
I just asked you.
I know. I was watching the all-female Jedi show on Disney Plus.
Ahsoka.
Right, Ahsoka.
Yes.
And I was watching it, and then there's this moment that the 2 female Jedis were riding, and then back behind him was the male Jedi from the planet, and I think those were his horses, and he's riding bitch, right? And it just took me out for a moment. I go, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then it dawned on me. It's like, if you're always pressing these people, they're never in the moment. They're always trying to digest what you're saying. It takes a little heat off your fastball. So I decided I just want to do easily digestible stuff for now, with my dark kind of view of the world.
It's crazy
that
that it's
from
Star
Ahsoka.
Wars. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's just, I had this epiphany. That's comedy right there. If you're just kind of pressing everybody where they got to think all the time, it takes a little heat off your fastball. So that's why.
It sounds like what you're saying, Sam, is that you think you are too smart for a lot of audiences.
No,
You
I
see
think
a lot
I'm
of
too
comedians-
dark for a lot of people.
Oh, okay. And would it be fair to say you see some comedians who are doing stuff that you think is kind of comedy low-hanging fruit, but it's doing pretty well for them?
100%. But it's also that I think we live in a kind of time where we're getting more news than ever, and people need a break from it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So they go to comedy clubs to get that, and they just don't want to get pressed. Now, I'm blessed that my comedy crowd that from my podcast loves to hear that stuff. But I just want to say, I like to give myself a little task every time I do a special. So when I build a new special, I like to see if I can get, like one time I did storytelling. Can I become a storyteller? I did that. And now I want to see if I can take the little things that we all experience, put my kind of sense of humor on it, and see if it works. That's where I'm at right now.
Your fans are intense.
I love them.
Of course you do. And they love you too. But like I feel like I've seen you a couple times at Skankfest now. And like the people who come up to you are different than the people who come up to other comedians. And the things that they say to you when they get to you are different from what other comics hear.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
You love it.
I love Skankfest.
Yeah.
And man. I mean, I went a long time without fans, so it's cool to have fans.
You think it's going to be difficult to transition because you're a hardcore fan base and be like, dude, what are you talking about?
No.
Okay.
I've always had, like, whether I had a little fan base or a little bigger fan base than little, they've always been open-minded to whatever it is. They just want you to be great at whatever you want.
I think it sounds like a great idea. I mean, you're very funny and very talented, and if you're right, some of those things do put you in a spot where you're no longer just ready to laugh. You're kind of being tested a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it a lot because I think there's things that need to be discussed. But I'm also like in the landscape of, are people here to have what do they want? They probably want to escape. So, even when I go on the road with Eddie Bravo, it's a lot of fun. We do 2 shows. We do a stand-up show and then we do Q&A, and I can get all that stuff out there. And then they can just have a fun time. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm excited to shoot this special. I'm kind of over this act. I just want to get it out, put it out. And I think I'm just going to put it on my website, and I didn't put it on YouTube because I think it's too much for YouTube, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, YouTube they're great. I don't get in trouble.
I'm with you, dude.
I feel like you can
I've
say
been on
good
the other
outrageous.
side of that. It is rough.
Yeah.
It is rough when you
especially
are.
when you are who you are, like where these days it's like the way we talk or the humor that we jump to is shadow banned.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what about the people on the street in the car with their friends at a barbecue? Are we not them? Are those conversations not happening when it's not on YouTube? It's just like a weird muffle of like let's hide who we really are and pretend we're this other thing, and I just don't. So that some people, like a small part of America, can feel like we're all doing the right thing in the name of the Lord or something. Like it's like a little bit of a prison vibe, Like I can't be me, and there's millions of us out there. I'm not the only one that talks like this. That's insane.
You know what, man? I'm the exact same way because I have these personal conversations with a bunch of different people, and people are way more raw than what is being allowed on Instagram and YouTube. And it just sucks that these tech gods have this like thumb on like, and and you can say whatever you want about like the beauty of the internet, which is great, allows people like us to like take control of our life. But even when you went back to like network television and cable, networks, they allowed people like a Doug Stanhope to come through or a Dave Attell and be able to like once in a while just kind of give you this, whoa, look at this guy.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Dave Attell could do his show that he did now? Or do you think that's too much?
Well, I think Dave Attell would learn to adapt to it so he could figure it out.
But if he did it the way he used to do it wouldn't, right?
And which is funny because it's not like outside of that.
And that long ago.
It's not like the things that Dave Attell said in that show, people aren't saying right now.
Yeah.
It's just this kind of ridiculous thing where these tech gods want to play gods with us.
Do you think the tech gods are getting money to do that, though? Like, it's not a personal thing. It's more of a
Well, I think it's also it's a little that. It's also that do their own personal views of stuff.
Yeah.
The problem with political correctness is that there's too much fine print to it.
Yeah.
And if there was a set rule, I would follow it. If you said nobody can say this, nobody can say this, nobody can say this, nobody can say this, I'd be like, okay, nobody can. Oh, but I just see this weird kind of like, oh, you're letting that guy say that, but you won't let this guy say it. You're allowing this guy to get all the views and this guy get no views.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay.
And it's people's livelihoods. So
Jimmy Dore used to talk about that, about how like Jimmy Dore, he's this really great political comic, and he's one of the guys who kind of got through YouTube and is able to kind of talk a lot about the things he wants to talk about politically, which is great. But he was talking about like, to shadow ban somebody on Instagram, not allow them to do ads or anything like that, to give them the money. Like, take my money, I want to do an ad. And it is the equivalent at this moment of like in the 70s or the 80s, the phone company saying you can't take calls for your business. Like, how crippling would that be?
Yeah.
I can't do ads on Instagram.
Me too.
And if you do an ad for me, they will watch you and after a while go, "Hey dude, stop doing ads for him. We don't want you selling ads for him."
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that's going to come save me.
Yeah. No, I got the same with the honeydew with Ryan Sickler. He said that me and Joey Diaz are flagged before it drops.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I was like, I didn't say anything.
I don't even think you say anything that crazy.
Why?
I was like, I can get me. I get
life.
me. I don't get why they would go after you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe it just takes like a group of people to report you over and over again, and maybe that'll do it.
And there are some people that is their lives.
Because I have those people.
You must encounter them as well.
All the time. They just flag. And it's just like, what? It's like I can watch a decapitating video on Instagram and then get flagged for a word they don't like. It's a weird algorithm.
And I was watching TikTok this morning for a second, and there was like so many violent videos of like street parties and dudes getting jumped and stomped and like really brutal beatdowns.
Yeah, right.
And they flagged the Jason Ellis show because a lady had a split tongue or something. Like it's
so weird.
Yeah.
And like if you have a lady doing a split tongue, that's bad. But if a chick wants to show, any part of her, like just like being as like provocative, let's say, they encourage that. It's like weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You can't change it. I don't think I can personally be like, hey, stop doing that. I feel like my time, if I spend a lot of time telling them, hey, man, I'm not as bad as you think I am, it just seems like a waste of time. I feel like I'd rather kind of try to think about something good in my life because at the end of the day, would the show be bigger, get more views if I wasn't shadow banned? Yeah. But I still have a job talking about farts.
I love it.
And it's my show,
Such a blessing.
So I don't, it's not that bad. I feel like sometimes you get pulled into it and you're like, wait, what? Like, I know I got reported on Facebook, but I don't know why. And as you know, like, I'm never trying to, I don't do boobies. I get it. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. But when I heard that, I was like, wait, what did I do? Yeah. Can someone at least, and then I was like, dude, it doesn't, if they tell you why they did it, do you think that's gonna make you feel better?
And the worst part is you can't talk to anybody. Yeah. You can't even like try to connect with someone on a human level. Like Facebook has me dinged for something that happened in like 2018.
I know one story that I think I can say it, where Tony Hawk is good friends with Lance Armstrong. This is back in the day, and Lance was friends with somebody at Instagram or something like that, and a friend was reported or his account was taken away or something like that, and Tony called Lance. This might not be true, everybody, but right. There was, okay, I got to back up over here, but there was 2 phone calls made, and this guy got his account back.
Yeah,
like that. And, but that's the only time I've ever heard.
I know somebody who did that with got somebody's account. They say if it goes like 2 weeks and you haven't heard back from your account, it's done. This big name person called someone at the highest levels of Facebook, and it was instantly given back. I had to pay $3,000 to get back my Instagram. $3,000.
Wow.
You got shook down by Zuckerberg?
Well, it was like
Somebody bought it and then
you know what happened? Like there were people inside of Instagram and Facebook that were taking cash to give people back their thing, and then giving back their accounts. And then this OnlyFans model went on, I think, No Jumper, and was like, "Yeah, I banged a bunch of guys at Facebook, and I got my account back," and they shut that right down.
Whoa! I mean, that was probably not a good idea to say that.
Yeah, man, don't snitch, dude. Keep it quiet.
What would you think how that was gonna
How is that going to help
help
anybody?
you? Yeah.
Now you're closing doors behind you to
Yeah.
everybody losing their accounts.
Yeah. What can you do, Sam, that isn't controlled by YouTube that is fun?
I don't know, man. I'm slowly getting off Twitter, and I'm
Yeah, I
really
think we
not
all
on Instagram.
are. We're all kind of quiet quitting Twitter, huh?
Well, I'm also quietly quitting Instagram slowly. I just don't think I need it anymore. I mean, I pay somebody to be my social media person. She posts a bunch of stuff on this other account, and I'm just like, well, it just seems to bring. I just like, oh man, I'm not having as much fun as everybody else.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, look at all the fun they're having.
Yeah.
Are they? I mean, I feel like when it came
No,
out,
that's all
it was legitimately fun for a minute, and now we've kind of seen all the moves. And if you still enjoy seeing the same kind of jokes and the same kind of videos and the same kid doing that cute
Zuckerberg
thing,
has
that's
his
great.
thumb on comedy right now, and it's just like, okay, dude. But again, we all do well. I mean, I'm blessed. I sell some tickets, maybe not as much as some, but I can go anywhere and sell a bunch of tickets, make a decent, put a couple of those shows together, decent run, and I get to talk as much crap as I want to. I just want to kind of challenge myself and mix it up.
What's
Be
the
a little-
biggest penis you can have that would allow you to keep dating like a lot of people?
What do you mean?
Like if it's so big that nobody would go out with you. What's the size?
I don't know, because like we're all told that like chicks want these giant dicks.
Yeah.
And then you talk to them, they're like, I mean, you actually look at how deep the actual average vagina is. It's not that deep, man.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, dude, vaginas are like 3 inches deep, man.
yeah, what's a
They're like
vagina?
4 or 5 inches. Vaginas. What did I say?
okay.
Vaginas?
Something like that.
Could you, okay, man.
They say
I
the
mean,
garage is fun.
a baby comes out of there, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
So
big.
no bigger than a baby. That's the answer to
Right.
your question.
Is that the answer? Because
Well, how about
seriously,
this
though,
woman in Brazil had
I
a
think
2-foot baby.
I think if you have a penis the size of a baby, and not a lot of people are gonna want to be. Would they hang out with you? Yeah. But are they gonna consider you in a serious relationship? Probably not, right?
Especially if it's shaped like a baby.
You're saying that nobody
Fries
wants
and
to
not
date
heavy
big.
I'm saying
Baby.
what? No, I'm saying I want to know what because I think it's like, I think 10. If you have a 10-incher,
That's
a lot of girls are gonna go. Look, I mean maybe most people would be like hell no from the get go, but there might be a couple girls like I've always wanted that, and then they get it and they're like, okay, that was crazy. Don't think that should be my life though. I
It
don't know
can't be
if
my everyday.
yeah, it's like Disneyland. You don't want to live there, but you want to visit and ride the ride once in a
think-
while.
Like to me, I feel like I am a 10-inch penis.
Your whole body or
the whole-
actual
yeah.
Mr. Something?
It's like fun to like you might like crazy people want to touch it.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to live with it.
Well, did you see that there's like this granny hooker and she answers questions and
I've had some on the show, I think.
and she was like about 6 inches is about average, which is great. Mine on my tippy toes.
Dude, I swear I'm seriously starting to reevaluate that conventional wisdom based entirely on the naked roast at Skankfest. If
Yeah.
you want to feel good about your dick,
I could not agree
or
more.
is it just guys
Nobody's
who want
worse.
to humiliate themselves?
Yeah.
Are like, well, there you go. That's what you get for having a
Yeah.
little dick. Now go show everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why are there so many small penises? In
Nobody has a worse dick than an open micer.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's crazy. You're right.
They're so bad, bro. and it's just unbelievable.
Just every which way, it's like you have extra pubes covering more acreage than you
And you
should.
think
You have
you'd
like
make
an
it
ugly
presentable.
scrotum. Here I am thinking they're all more or less the same, but yours is bad, bro.
Dude, I was watching my favorite TV show again last night.
What is it?
What's it called? It's a dating show for and everyone. You get to meet them naked.
Oh, the British one.
Yeah, it's a British show because if it was here, everybody on it would become infamous on social media and ruined or become a giant hip hop artist.
Right.
But-
The show you're speaking of is Crikey, There's P-Bollocks.
Naked Attraction. You gotta check it, dude. So they got 5 boxes, different colors, right? And there's one person, could be a girl, could be a guy, there's gay and lesbian as well. So it's a girl, let's say it's a girl. And they go, okay, lift the thing. And the light goes up to the waist.
Oh.
So the girl sees 5 penises and judges which one they should cut for the next round where it goes up a little
You
higher.
cut the person, not the penis.
That's
Yeah, you
circumcised.
cut the person.
That'd be so
Yeah.
weird if they just chopped the dick off.
But
right
there was
there.
one guy, because most of the time, if you're a little too chubby or if you're a little too, they'll say something else like, yeah, I'm going to cut him. Why are you going to cut her? I don't like her tattoos. And it's like, no, that's not why. But anyway.
You're chunky
Yeah,
monkey.
but then there was a guy that had a little penis. And the lady, for the first time, instead of saying, I don't like his toes or something, she was like, yeah, the penis is a little too small for me.
Damn.
And then he got ejected for having a small penis. And then he was an Indian guy.
Yeah.
And he
that's
came
so
out
crazy.
and he had his little smile, and then he does the interview afterwards, and he goes, "I'm not going to do the accent."
Why
Like
not?
that.
Little does she know that it grows into 7 inches, and there's no way that this thing has ever seen 7 inches.
Growers, bro.
Dude,
I gotta grow.
There's a limit to growers,
Yeah.
not showers.
Yeah. I understand power to weight ratio. I've seen mine shrunk, and then I know where it grows. And if you're shrunk, that guy's shrunk.
There's
No,
only
it's
so
not
many
gonna-
potatoes you
Yeah.
can fit in an empty sack.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, man. I believe him.
How
And-
many inches did it have to grow to be 7?
What did it go from like
6.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he had because everyone's uncircumcised in England too.
But what?
They're all. Do you know everyone in England is a pube shaver? Like a lot of girls say that they like a shaved man, or I don't like his chest; it's too hairy. And everybody's package, all guys, I would say 80% of them were shaved bald.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
I don't like shaved bald, but I like trimmed down. I like
Yeah,
to trim
and they're
right
not
down.
into pube. I heard like maybe one person say they were into a hairy vagina or a hairy thingo, but everyone else.
I like
but
controlled
judging by
hair.
everybody's privates, everybody was shaved, and most men shaved in a really poor. Like you know how you used to say you're as good a drawer as you were when you were drawing when you were a kid. Like that
Whenever you stop drawing, you could literally pick up a pencil 20 years later and you will be exactly where you
Right.
left off.
Same
that-
thing with alcohol.
Okay, that's pubes for guys. Because every guy's job that they tried to do, I was like, dude, especially knowing you're going to be naked on a TV show, you couldn't couldn't have got somebody to help you there because it was like shaved here and then hair on the. There was so many different things where one guy had like a little stripe, like a girl. He had like a girl's pube line.
I've seen
I
those in
knew-
porn in the 90s.
I knew a guy who did
Yeah.
a reverse stripe where he had it all. He had bush right here and a reverse stripe up, so there was
Nice. Yeah.
So
So
it maybe
like-
gave
like
the
the
illusion of a
five-sided
longer
model.
dick.
Yeah. Wait.
The
Oh,
illusion
man.
that his penis looked like Curly from the Three
Yeah,
Stooges.
It looks like the
100%.
fire starters.
Rest in
Look like.
peace, Eric Myers. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in. Well, you know, and then I would because I took a boner pill from a gas station recently,
Yeah, you should
and I was
check
out for
Bluetooth.
3
You can use
days.
that promo code and get them for. You just have to pay for shipping. $5.
Yeah, $5. I took a Rhino 55,000, and I was up for 3 days, rock hard.
Wow.
If I knew I was going on that show, I would take a Rhino.
Oh, there's
55,000.
more than one guy that over chubs too. Like they chub up and then it's like a boner happening, like a half bone.
Wouldn't you want to have bone on there?
Well, wait, how
Yeah,
can you?
I chub up for the naked roast, so
course.
yes, also would.
Did
But-
you judge? You judged again?
Yeah, I judge every time now.
That's great. I love that you and Louis J. Gomez are friends.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't understand, like, how long can your chub hold? I'm assuming they're out there for a while. Oh, you're saying when the reveal comes,
Dude,
they're
do
out
it-
there
do
shooting
it.
it right before?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Do
understand.
a Rhino 55,000, you'll be hard for days. So
Or-
it wouldn't matter when they shot.
I'd
You're
recommend
still hard.
Blue Chew, promo code Ellis.
Yeah, or do Blue Chew, a lot of it. Have you ever snorted it?
Blue Chew?
Yeah.
Can't say that.
It's kind of past that now for me.
I respect that.
It's just
I
a way
feel
of life.
Just snorting stuff at 52 seems depressing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Like even a bong rip is borderline.
I'm over
Like I'll do
all of it.
a dab because the dab is the kids and it's the future of smoking marijuana.
It's too much.
So it's still pretty lit when I do it. But a bong of weed, I'm not doing that.
This weed is
My
too
grown-ass
strong now, bro.
Nah, you're not stinging as much as I am.
Yeah, well, you do a
I
lot,
need it.
right?
Yeah.
I don't, man. I don't
It's
do
like,
it all. It just
I like,
seems-
what is it Craig Conant says in his stand up there? He's like, some people like to get high. I like to get high, like, oh no. That's the high that he likes. And that's something I can relate to. When he says that, I go, yeah, that's what I was trying
every
to
day?
Well, marijuana's not that strong, so I can't go into a different time zone or anything. But that's why marijuana is the only thing that I can do, because everything else I do the same as I do marijuana. But if you drink like I smoke marijuana, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you do blow like I do marijuana, you're dead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can do marijuana all day, and I don't die. Cool.
I respect that.
You don't do anything.
I do nothing. And I'm giving
you
up
did.
porn now, too.
Yeah, that was you were doing that too much.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Yeah.
It's
Have you
a
slowed it down?
bad. Yeah, it's slowed down to a trickle.
Then that's
But I want it
enough. Oh, okay. All right.
When did you know it was a problem, Sam?
1985.
When VHS went mainstream?
Yeah, when I would find porno mags on the side of the street. Digger!
So seriously, what's your? I think it can be part of a balanced sexual diet.
I'm just not into it anymore. I just think it's some low frequency shit that I don't want to do anymore. I've seen it all 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm filling in my life with other stuff.
Quality activities.
Trying. I just like to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
And I go to jiu-jitsu, I get my ass kicked, try to do some Krav Maga, getting ready for the apocalypse. I'm constantly in it.
Yeah.
I'm deciding if I want to move anywhere, where I want to move.
Bunker down.
Yeah, it's either move to like Austin where comedy's great, Fort Lauderdale where comedy's great, or just get lost in the mountains.
I understand. Yeah, I thought of you on my way here. I've been seeing sets of 2 black helicopters flying.
All over the place, right? Weird time. I mean, dude, I go on these, you can go on websites to find doomsday properties
Yes.
where they got like bunkers built in.
No, I understand that there's plenty of, all joking aside, there's plenty of real estate people in like Idaho who specialize.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I really want to. I've been thinking about it pretty hard.
Remember that spot in Vegas where there was a whole like underground nuclear bomb shelter, but it's like from the 1960s?
Yeah,
So there's like an underground pool and they
Yeah.
painted the walls and the ceiling to make it look like
I would
you're
love
outside.
to live there.
Yeah. You seem like, I could see you flourishing in a silo.
I could too. Man.
I would like
Just
to
gotta
live in a
let it know.
teepee.
What?
I'd like to live in a teepee.
See, that's achievable.
I think you should do
I'd get
that.
kicked out
Of the
Go
teepee?
where?
of the forest.
By the natives?
Nah, by like
The
the
animals?
government.
The government's like, get out.
Yeah, some lady's gonna see my teepee. It means I'll be out there all painted blue on mushrooms, having a mean time of my life, and some lady's gonna find it offensive because my penis is swinging in
Yeah.
the wind, and then they're gonna call the cops and they're gonna come and they're gonna evict me from my land.
So you're just gonna be naked in a teepee
Well, not all the
with
time.
war paint on?
Sometimes I'll put like a loincloth on and go hunting.
Oh, respect on that. Respect on
That's
that.
all. And
I'm thinking of the loincloth.
And I gotta be close to water, and it's like being close to fresh water means that somebody else is gonna be there because this place is packed. And there's too many people everywhere. How deep into the forest does the guy have to go before I get busted for being naked on mushrooms?
That's a great
Pretty
question.
deep. I think it's really deep. Like too deep.
You should ask ChatGPT how deep you gotta go.
I'm serious though. If I had like hunting stuff,
I will.
fishing equipment, TP,
Ask.
near the water, that's it. You know, I have a dog.
Do you ever think about leaving LA?
Yeah.
Where would you go?
Home.
Australia?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself moving back there?
Nah. No, I don't have anything to really go back to. I mean, I guess I could hang out with my brother, but I would annoy him after a couple of months, I'm sure.
That's good, fine. I don't know. I think about it all the time.
I got a cat, and he's super cool.
That's
So
great.
Yeah. He's like, you know how cats when they do the buzzy sound thing, that it fixes the human body. So he buzzes on me,
Really?
and he heals me all the time. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's great.
I got a sore back right now. I was thinking of because I gotta pat him to make him purr, but I gotta get him. I gotta lie on my stomach, get him on my lower back, and then
What happened? How'd you hurt your back?
skating. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how'd you get hurt? And I was like, skating like a 28-year-old, but I'm 52.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really take a real big slam. I just went hard for like 4 hours, maybe 3 hours. And
Your back said no more.
yeah, I tore my groin a couple months ago. And that's the other thing. When you're 52, you tear your groin. It's just torn forever. Like, that's it. It's just
Yeah.
every time I use it, it's torn.
Yeah,
So-
Louis used to do that joke about you get to a certain age, you go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And what do we do about this? They go,
Nothing.
Yeah.
it's just like that.
Yeah, live it.
You're done.
You're in it right now. That's it. Yeah.
I was looking at ChatGPT. I don't think you just addressed this. What happened to your leg?
Yeah, I know. I just saw that this morning.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's from that demo.
Oh,
This looks like a skateboard.
Where-
Looks like a skateboard ripped my skin off.
it's not like a Paulo Costa
Oh,
hole in the elbow.
I didn't kick anybody. No, you mean staff?
I just
it's
somebody
not
said-
infected.
Somebody
That's
sent me a
a
picture
nasty
today that
one,
he has like
too.
an igloo in his elbow.
Oh.
Those guys.
Yeah.
oh.
You let it go too long. That's the thing. You get an infection and you just go, I'll power through. Why not just go?
But I'll watch Dr. Pimple Popper all day, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love, not so much anymore or lately, but I'll still get back into it. I know it. I get on the TikTok knows my algorithm and just keeps sending me blackheads getting squished out.
Ah,
I love it.
yeah, I do.
I would
I
like
love when
to
they
do that
shave
for a
the
living.
meat. Shave the meat off. When
Shave
they got
on meat.
calluses.
Oh yeah, I don't like
Then
that.
some guy had diabetes foot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, let's see how they treat this. They
You
just
like-
cut it off. I'm like,
really?
ah!
What about when they cut off the horse's hoof
I like
and then
those.
they get
Too.
the infection out?
I love those.
Cows have the best pimples out of all people on the planet.
Cows do?
Yeah, because they get like abscess around their neck and stuff, and it's just like, wah, like liters of pus.
Really?
Next level, yeah.
I didn't even know cows had.
Dude, they get
pimples.
mad zits.
Really?
Yeah, you know cats get zits?
I'm this day old when I learned that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to pop a pimple with those things?
Oh,
Impossible.
oh.
They're pretty
Cow
fun, though.
pimples.
Yeah, and I think horses get tremendous ones too. But I would say, all in all, the greatest pimple is probably a cow.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking like,
And you see this on TikTok all the
yeah,
time?
delivers every time.
I don't go on TikTok. Should I go on that thing?
I don't think anybody. I would never advise anybody to go on any of it. I like you, dude. No, I don't think you should go on there. I wish I didn't know about it, but it's too late now. I know I can get my pus whenever I need it.
Oh.
Yeah,
While we pull this up,
Oh.
there we go.
Oh!
yeah, put it up.
And I love it. Oh, look at that.
What? Eh,
Oh.
That's a,
This editing.
yeah, see, they
Oh.
cut it, and then look at that thing. Just whoa.
That's a pimple?
Yeah, it's an abscess.
Oh my god.
Look at him. He's like, thank you.
Oh.
Just
It's
keeps
just
coming.
draining.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's gotta feel good to get that
Oh
out there.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh.
He's handling it well. The cow looks
I
casual.
was like, oh fine.
Sam, can I get you a Go-Gurt?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
One time I got one.
Oh.
Sam, one time I got one on my back and it got infected and I had to go to the urgent care in Hawaii on vacation with my kids. And when they cracked it open, the whole room stunk of it.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I got video of it all just like shooting out everywhere. I was so pumped.
That happened to my dad when I was a kid. He had this giant lump near his
Oh,
ear,
no,
and
not
they
a head
popped
one.
it,
Yeah.
and it was smelled so
Yeah.
bad.
It's amazing, isn't it? How an infection can just live in your body and your skin's just got it all sealed in there. And
Yeah.
then out it comes and
It's just been a little slice of death in there
Yeah.
fermenting.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my cousin one time was working in Niagara Falls at a hospital, and somebody came in with a giant bump, and they tried to dissect it. Spiders.
One time I heard a guy had dreadlocks in Australia and he was like, I need to get him cut out. And there was redback spider nests in there. And when they tried to pour water in there to get him out, they all bit him. And he had a seizure and went to hospital and died.
What?
Yeah, true story.
Don't pick a fight with a Rastafarian.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh, g'day. Yeah, I know, right?
So I looked it up, and yeah, living off the grid is not as easy as you might think.
No, it's gonna be. I can't even cook spaghetti. Now I'm gonna.
Well, just the legality of it. When it really comes down to it, what you want to do is find a place in the middle of nowhere and buy a little piece of land. The good thing about the most far out there, middle of nowhere, the land ain't gonna cost that much. So you can absolutely get some little plot somewhere that nobody wants where you can build your creepy teepee.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. You gotta find a well. That's it.
Yeah, water's important.
Water, well. Do you like hunting?
Yeah.
I can't hunt. I gotta work on that.
Yeah, I used to, but I haven't for a long time. But if I lived in the woods, it's justified. If I kill anything, it's not for fun, it's for food.
Do you shoot guns?
Yeah, I grew up shooting guns.
We should go shoot guns sometime.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of guns. I gotta shoot them more.
I'll be getting a new gun today.
What are you gonna get? Today?
I got a gun that doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots like these pellet things. It's for self-defense.
It's a burner.
I forgot what his name is.
Oh, the little balls?
Yeah, but they've got balls. Some of them have the chemical in it, so when the ball explodes on you, it there's some chemical comes out that shuts down your neurons, and you can't move.
Really?
Yeah. I said that.
I want one of those.
Yeah, it's got all different kinds of bullets, and it's legal. It's street legal.
Right, I think
You can carry it.
I've seen the billboards for those, right? And yeah, that idea sort of appeals to me.
Yeah.
Having
I don't
seen
understand.
those.
I didn't know these existed, Michael, and now that I'm looking at video and how they all work, I don't understand why anybody has a real gun. If you're a police officer or whatever, like if this thing hits you and stops you, then why isn't everybody using that instead of a gun? Because I know that if I've got that gun on me and somebody's gonna try and attack my family or whatever, would I prefer to shoot them with the one with the pellet that comes out and drops them and they live? Yeah. What, are you serious? Like all the idiots out there that you're like, man, you're being such an idiot, but I'm not gonna murder you.
Right.
But
They
if
say
you're
that.
like-
There's a lot of people who have justifiably killed people in self-defense, and it still ruins their life
Yeah.
because they took a man's life and
Right.
his house died in
That's
front
gotta
of them.
be
Yeah.
wrong.
Right.
But if you're entering the house, I got kids there. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's it.
Yeah, but you can still say that you would rather you caught them and restrained them versus you murdered them, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, everything's what's their intent, and how crazy are they at that moment?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's only natural to go if somebody's like in my house and messing with my kid in that moment, I want that person dead. And I'm not saying this would be the case, but you must concede there is the possibility that as much as I want that person dead and to suffer in agony as they die in that moment,
Right.
5-10 years down the line,
Yeah.
I may go, you know what, I actually all in all wish I had just shot him with one of these
Yeah,
things. They
with the-
incapacitated his neurons. You just don't know.
Police use that gun. That is where it originates from. It's called a burner.
Oh yeah?
The burner?
Yeah, it's called a burner. It's not like neuron gas. It's just super strong tear gas that it shoots. Like,
Yeah, but that's a Miles fact. So
Oh,
there might be more than, because I already saw more than one gun.
I always just think like anything that
Do you own any guns?
I do not. And all I ever think about is when this thing almost inevitably gets taken away from me, how bad is that going to be?
This is it.
Like my kid outgrew a baseball bat, a little
Yeah,
t-ball
mine's
bat.
different.
And I'm like, this thing is so perfect because I can really wreak havoc with one hand with this thing. And I was going to keep it in my car, and I was like, right. And then one day, if I actually need it, I'll swing it on somebody, and they'll catch it, they'll grab it, and they will kill me with it.
Yeah.
All I think about with self-defense stuff is what is it gonna be like when it gets. That's why I thought for a while about I'm only half joking having a gun that only shot blanks. So if I don't scare you away, the word.
So that's why you get a shotgun. They say that
Yeah.
people just run. Do you train at all? This guy trains. Do you train at all?
Bro, I don't roll.
Do you do Thai boxing, boxing?
No.
What's your workout regime?
I went to yoga this morning.
I love you.
I can downward dog with lethal force.
I'm so good at downward dog now. I couldn't do it forever.
I swam some laps yesterday, so don't fuck with me in a pool if we're racing and you're bad at it.
I sent you the video of the gun, Miles.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey.
When does this come out?
Probably now.
Right now when people are listening to it.
Sweet. Go to samtripoli.com. Grab tickets to my shows Thursday night. I got some in Thousand Oaks. I got a whole bunch of shit coming up.
What's your website?
samtripoli.com.
That's pretty easy.
You talking about any fun stuff on the pod?
What do you mean?
Is it all like crazy, like dark?
I have 1,000 podcasts.
I know you do.
I'm about to quit some. I'm really about to. It's like they're all my babies. Which one am I over?
I know.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Because I'm a crazy person.
Right. And you started doing all of them because you like them all, but at a certain point you gotta go.
Well, the truth is I do 7 podcasts, 3 martial arts, because if I stop, the demons come dancing. Yeah. So I don't want to be still.
Yeah.
If I keep moving, I don't start to get in trouble.
Yeah,
keep going, dude.
For sure.
You're doing great.
But I don't want to do them anymore. I kind of want to chill. I don't feel like I'm coming up with as many jokes because I'm always working on podcasts. Right. So I want to trim it down. So but I have this one called Broken Sim, and it's just like, can I talk about my week for an hour or two? And then I try to mind jokes on that.
I understand. Is there anything going on in the world of conspiracy tinfoil hat type stuff that you think might be interesting in this room, not like dark or really hard to explain to novices? Like I'm really interested. I looked into like what's going on in the conspiracy world.
What is?
Like, for example, there are some people I'm led to believe who think that the black helicopters are fully autonomous. That the black helicopters are basically transformers. They can't transform.
Why, they're like drones?
No, they're like robots.
Really?
They're robots in disguise. Yeah.
But they can't turn into robots.
No. Imagine a transformer that can't.
I've heard a lot about black helicopters all the time. They are definitely weird. I just feel like right now is like everything everyone's ever fantasized about in the conspiracy world is somewhat coming to and it's not getting worse, it's just getting more obvious. And I just love it. I just think it's interesting. The world is chaotic. But once you turn off social media, it all goes away.
Right.
Which is like my whole thing.
A small robot that had Pedialyte in it, but then also could transform into a dildo. Because when you use a dildo, you get thirsty.
What? Really?
I don't want to carry your drink.
So you dildo yourself, and then you get like, oh man, I need a Aquafina or something.
Yeah. You just strap something onto one of those little delivery bots in Hollywood.
I don't like those, man.
I can't believe those things haven't been destroyed.
I can't believe that what are they doing?
They're bringing ice cream.
Yeah.
To where? I mean,
your
it's
house.
a slow process.
To people's houses. Yeah, but it's so fun when you're stoned and the robot brings you the ice cream.
Yeah.
It's fairly obvious. I just think we must have some of the laziest homeless people to not have trashed those
Hey, a
things.
robot can't get in my gate.
Probably text you when
Well,
it's
usually it comes with someone near it just doing it, which is just a weird thing.
No,
Oh,
it's not that.
No, the one that I saw did.
Yeah, it's a robot. It's not getting remote control driven by a dude in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Nah.
I saw one go up to some scaffolding, and I was like, "You're screwed now, boy!" And then
See?
right around it.
Yeah.
These things are geniuses.
I don't know, man. I'm worried
Maybe I
about
should date a
this.
robot.
You should date a robot? I'd watch.
It would.
That could be my new OnlyFans thing, just me and the robot.
A sentient sex.
What type of robot? Man, woman, trans?
I don't care.
You just want love.
Yep.
Do you have to clean out your robot every once in a while? Can you do that?
I would like to do that.
You would like to clean it out?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably pull out with a robot.
Really?
I like to cool.
I'm
like
too old to
clean
pull
my
out. I'm
instruments.
like, maybe we're together for 18 years. Let's see how this goes.
Did you see the hot celebrity news that just came out? Britney Spears says that her and JT were with child and made the mutual decision to terminate the pregnancy.
That baby would have been so hot right now.
That baby would be like, it's so talented.
Yeah, right? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be able to sing.
It'd be mediocre.
I mean, why?
Be a mediocre
It's not
dancer
where
and a
the parents
mediocre.
can.
Yeah.
JT can't sing.
He's alright.
What?
He's okay.
What dimension am I in right now?
He's got his little falsetto thing.
Yeah. It's not that.
He can totally sing. He's great. You know what? Like Britney. Britney was fine.
Didn't he
like
invent the
Britney.
McDonald's jingle?
That's one of his songs. Can you imagine how much money they're still running with that?
Oh, he made that?
Yeah, if you look at the first Justin Timberlake album, I don't think I'm making this up. One of the last songs is called I'm Loving It. It was actually a single for a quick second. It wasn't about McDonald's, but they took that and ran with it. They're still doing ba-da-ba-ba-ba ads.
Well, did you see him at the MTV Video Awards, which
No.
is hilarious that anyone still watches the MTV Video Awards? They had NSYNC on there dance for about 30 seconds, and JT's like, "That's enough. We're done." They walked off stage.
And then did he do some solo?
No, they just wrap it up
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, that's smart. We don't need to see any more than 30 seconds.
of NSYNC.
Yeah. Like, it's not good.
No,
Yeah. Look, they're back. Okay, they're back. Now, we got awards to give.
Dude, it's crazy how big Taylor Swift is, right?
It's pretty weird.
It's like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think I know one song.
Now we got bad
Do you know what?
blood.
I actually
Nope.
checked into that a little bit. I think you might be surprised, and this is like I don't even know if
I like it,
if
Taylor
I
Swift.
mean this like it's a compliment or not. When I listened to a bunch of her singles, I was like, oh, that one's her, that one's her, that one's her, because she's had so many songs for so long. I didn't realize how many they were, but she's so like not distinctive. Like if you ever heard one Aerosmith song or one Michael Jackson song for the rest of your life, if you heard another one, you'd be like, I know for sure who that is. But she's just such a pumpkin spice, basic bitch, everything that you're just like, oh, generic blonde lady kind of keeping a tune.
Yeah.
Every one of those that you like, half of the songs you've heard in a pop format in the last 15 years from a chick and you don't know who it was,
Is that-
that was Taylor Swift.
Right.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
It's just formula.
Yeah.
Everything's just formula.
It's just a weird time, right? Because like where she's at, where it's like, oh my God, is she or is she not going to be at the football game? Like, let's think about the people in our lifetime that have been at that pinnacle. That's Elvis. That's Michael Jackson.
Madonna?
Madonna probably was there for a couple of years. Taylor Swift has been there for a really long time.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I saw a fun conspiracy theory that he's actually LaToya.
Who? No, there's
Ooh.
no,
good
but
one.
that's
a
no,
good
no.
one.
Look up Gary
Because they
Gary.
are uncanny.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And maybe he just had to get out of there.
Look
and
up
so
Gary Gary.
He's just full time.
Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Gary. He's still alive.
Gary from
Wait.
Gary, Indiana.
No, there's
Wait, he
No, for
changed
real,
his
that's
name
what-
to Gary.
there was a guy that like this kid who got burnt in a fire that he ended up like they think he's like assumed his identity.
Cool.
So
There's
what-
a guy that looks like Michael Jackson used to look like. 'Cause that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
So you're
there's a
saying
ton of
when,
them.
when the fire happened, the real Michael X'd out and assumed a life as normal civilian Gary, and
No,
some
so-
other guy became.
So the whole
Sean.
theory is that Michael Jackson was worth more dead than alive.
Oh, so insurance money.
So he and he couldn't go anywhere. So there's all these conspiracies that Michael Jackson's still alive.
That's
And
smart.
there's different people he goes as all these different people. Like there's this guy that hangs around with Michael Jackson's kids that people think might be him. There's a couple people. So if you look at like Akon or whatever his name, Akon, is that his
Yeah,
name?
no, take one.
He used to go they would go to the movies together, but he would assume an identity so he could walk around with the regular people, and it's that guy's name.
Oh, no kidding. I heard that Dolly Parton does that.
I'm sure,
'Cause
but
she's
then
been married-
everyone's like, "That chick's tits are as big as Dolly Parton's."
I know it is a little weird when you think about it because she's had a lot of work done too. But they say because she's been married to the same dude forever, and he's pretty as out of the spotlight as you could be being married to Dolly Parton for 50 years. Supposedly, she doesn't put on makeup, she doesn't put on the wig, she just wears Target clothes, and they go out to dinner, and people don't know. But like, that's a lot of work and
But
big
that's
fake
the
tits to be
funniest, yeah.
at the Cracker Barrel.
But it's so funny how it's like women now are making not wearing makeup as bravery. Have you seen this now?
But for sure,
That was ages ago. That was Keys.
No, it's come
Alicia
back.
Keys.
A woman,
It's come back.
Yeah, no, but a woman
Again.
in the UK, I think, and I love this, won like Miss UK last year. And how much do you think the other chicks in that hated her.
Oh, she had no makeup on.
She had no makeup on, and so this year there's like all these little feeder pageants. I think the whole Miss London thing, none of them wore makeup. They look so greasy and shiny.
Basic.
It's a totally different. It's black magic.
What
Makeup
about
is black magic.
we
Not
should should stop hiding and put on makeup.
Agreed.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It was, the fallen angels taught their
Louis J.
daughters
Gomez
in
has
that.
makeup on.
Yeah, he loves that
yeah.
eyeliner, right?
Right.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
It
You
suits
know?
him.
Huh?
It suits him.
It
Yeah.
does suit him.
Yeah, he's got a
It
gay
is
face.
weird.
Yeah, agreed.
That you only go with the bottom one, not the top. Aren't you supposed to do both?
I don't know what you're supposed to do, but I know that
What is the rules on that?
There are no rules.
that's the only
If you're
rule.
in fashion, there are no rules.
I thought this was his most seductive skankfest yet.
I think it was his most.
Agreed.
That's why there was more women there. They're like, hey, it's gonna be 20 times more seductive.
Yeah.
Show up, ladies.
Mission accomplished.
You're of course familiar with the long-standing rumor, maybe not even rumor anymore, that Stevie Wonder is not actually blind.
Oh yeah,
It's not even a
100%.
rumor. He just totally just told people.
Like, why does he get closer seats at Laker games?
Why are all
Why
the
is he at
chicks
the
he
Lakers
dated
game?
hot?
Well, because he touched her wrist.
Why would you only?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh, sorry, wrong guy.
No, I understand why you would only date. Like, if you're really blind, you should be dating butterfaces.
What
Why?
about if
Because
does the
better
butterface
bag?
feel weird when you kiss it?
I mean, you'd need to have a pretty extreme butterface.
What's the ugliest face you've kissed? So you might not know,
No, I probably don't remember.
right? That's what I'm saying. When was the last time you kissed somebody hideous?
Well, isn't
I'm
that the
talking
whole
like
premise?
Neck
Like
them, you know?
Yeah.
the blind hot blonde chick in Mask. You remember the Rocky Dennis story?
Yeah.
She'd bring him around. Everyone's like, "This is my boyfriend." I'd look at his face, like, "Oh my God, why, Sarah? Don't do it."
That's the same thing with Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah.
Dated a hot blonde chick because she was blind.
Well, he was jacked, but he was a butterface.
He
You know,
was
they're
jacked.
remaking it. It's already coming out.
Finally.
Dinklage.
I can't wait to see how
Dinklage
woke
is
this
the Toxic
is.
Avenger.
Who? Peter
Peter
Dinklage.
He's gonna be the Toxic
He
Avenger.
is toxic.
Wait, is that the little guy?
Yes.
Ah,
But isn't Toxic Avenger huge?
Yeah,
He can be anything he wants to be.
I guess.
They're rebooting it. I mean, he
They're
did fall
gonna
into a
make
vat
him
of
a
acid. If he
midget
came out a
guy?
little bit smaller, it would track.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the most woke shit I've ever heard in my life.
Wait,
Giant
wait.
Toxic Avenger is a tiny person.
He was supposed to go from, I think, a 98-pound weakling into Toxie, who was inexplicably shredded.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be him once he turns into the toxic.
Oh yeah, he's not
gonna
gonna
be like
actually play the game.
Predator, like Lou Ferrigno is
Yeah.
the
yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. No, I think he's... I think
Still a little person?
I think they've already released stills.
And he's a little person still.
I believe. Well, the way they promote this stuff nowadays, it's like there's a silhouette. You can only see him from behind, but he's holding the mop. I think that's Toxie. But I'm
Wait,
not
did they
sure.
make him a big little person?
Yes.
You mean
Like
the
if he's
person?
like 7 feet tall?
Like he's
nah,
Jumbo
but dude,
guy?
he's a Munchkin's shape. So if he's 6 feet
Yeah,
tall,
There you go. No, he looks like he's still Dinklage.
okay,
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe they made the set super tiny so it
Yeah.
looks huge.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That looks like a pretty normal hallway, guys.
Yeah, but he
I
looks.
was like,
We might
that's
be
him.
overthinking this.
I don't know, man. He could
Will
be
you
a
look
giant-
up the old version of the Toxic Avenger and see what he looked like?
He was gigantic. He looked like
I thought he was huge with a weird old eye.
he looked like
Yeah.
the ogre guy, the guy
Yeah.
in the Goonies.
Yeah,
Chunk.
Sloth. Yeah.
Sloth.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
And then it's Daryl Hannah.
They wish, dude.
No, that's not her?
There's no way that was Daryl Hannah in Toxic Avenger. Dude, they filmed that at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it is, dude.
No, it's not.
Who's
That
that?
might be Shakira.
It's not Shakira. She wasn't even alive.
Who is that?
Who is the love interest in the original Toxic Avenger? I think we're looking at part 3, which means the marquee cast probably.
Oh, so he's like the Thing. You remember the Thing in the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
But he's
Yeah.
like the green version of that.
Yeah.
And what's his superpower? He's a good custodian.
Yes.
He's like the janitor of the mutants.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it was never good to begin with.
Clean up everything.
Do we want to hear Miles's conspiracy theories?
Do
Yes.
I? Yeah.
He's a big
I also want to
he's
say
a
I'm
big conspiracy
excited
buff.
that Apple TV is doing a Godzilla TV show. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Why?
I don't know. Godzilla sucks.
You don't like what, dude?
Yeah, I never liked Godzilla.
Oh man,
Don't like the original.
That's
Don't like
my
the new ones.
Favorite.
I don't even care. He's useless.
I love it. The Titans, bro.
He just takes too long to kill
Nephilim,
everybody.
biblical giants. Let's
Swimming around all the
go.
time.
Yeah, my kids are pretty into it.
Like the guy from
Kids, what?
that one nerdy guy that stole his dad's car in that movie. He beat Godzilla.
Corey Haim.
Nah, the guy that's married to that real ugly lady, the
The two Corys.
butterface from the New York show. You know, big head lady, little buddy.
I want this so bad. Oh, Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, but that was the weirdest of the Godzilla. They tried to make him totally different.
I hate that.
He looked like a gecko or something like that.
Yeah, I was against it.
Yeah, well, that one sucked. Nobody ever brings that guy up.
He
That's
sucks
like the
slow.
female Ghostbusters. Nobody really talks about it.
I thought that was good.
You like the female Ghostbusters?
Yeah,
Cool. I like Leslie Jones.
me too. Yep.
Yeah.
She's great.
Right.
Young Christian warrior.
Miles, you wanna hit us with some knowledge?
Sure. Not exactly.
You look particularly racist today, Miles.
Yeah, you look like you bombed the OKC building.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard Jackie Kennedy took a hit out on JFK for having sex with Marilyn Monroe, and that's how he actually died.
I mean, there's some people think that she was involved with it for sure.
I heard some people believe that his head just popped.
Well, there's
Right.
people
And none of
believe
the
it
other
was
stuff
the
is knowledge.
squig, which is like in movies that like a burst of blood just explodes. I don't know. It's a really weird thing because if you study JFK up until that moment, everywhere he goes in Dallas, he's hoarded by people. It's like he's the Taylor Swift of that moment, right? There's just people everywhere. And then the moment he gets shot, there's no one around. It's like the weirdest thing. The film it's just a really weird moment. And then
What do you mean? How many people were supposed to fit into a convertible?
Yeah.
no, I mean
if somebody's
like
head
you know
popped,
when
wouldn't you want to
they
run
do
away
a
from it?
parade, and there's people on both sides. Of the,
Yeah, but it's a shooting. Wouldn't you run away?
No, but at the moment he drives in, there's no one around him.
Oh, okay.
It's very weird. It's very weird.
It's like it's set up.
It's like there's so many different theories about it. It's
I don't know
very
about that.
creepy. And then later on, Lyndon B. Johnson and Jackie Onassis, Candy Onassis or whatever her name is.
She wasn't that hot.
I think she was. For
She
that
was
time,
stylish, but she wasn't hot. She had a big.
I think she was hot. But they have like a phone call and they're giggling and laughing. It's like really creepy.
Who would you rather have sex with, Jackie Onassis or that I'm gonna want to go to rehab lady?
Amy Winehouse.
What Amy
Yeah, Amy
Winehouse?
Winehouse, yeah.
Oh, come on. I mean, like, what Amy Winehouse am I getting?
Oh, she's
Cracked
not
out?
dead.
Well, they're both dead.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
But
talking
am
about
I getting
before they
early
died.
when she was like, she wasn't that bad?
She's in
off?
tippity tip top shape,
Amy Winehouse, probably.
right? You know why?
What?
Because she's got a soul, and that's why you want to bone her.
What? And Jackie doesn't?
No, she's a soulless. Another thing.
All right.
You'd flag me for that.
Tough words.
Thank you, Michael. I've had
Getting
enough.
political,
Somebody,
Jason
that's
Ellis.
me. I'm a big political guy.
Miles, you want to hit us with some more knowledge?
Yeah. The next one is, call me crazy, but I believe there is a guy in India who did a 900 before Tony Hawk, and he is an alien.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
you hear that?
Is he?
it's a shocking coming from
You didn't know about that?
Miles.
Yeah, I heard about that a long time ago. Before Tony made the 900, there's a guy in India that did it.
Isn't that the same thing with like the Wright brothers that like somebody else flew first and they only give them credit? I've heard that. I've heard Einstein's full of shit too. There's a lot of arguments for that. That a lot of the theories he put out weren't even, he just ripped off from other people. Like
Wait, but didn't he make the atomic bomb?
no, he did.
He split the atom first.
No.
No.
Oh.
He had
What am
to-
I talking about?
He's the theory of relativity, which people
Who did the bomb thing?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, I don't even. Okay,
Did
sorry.
you see that movie?
No, what?
I mean, I didn't either.
I thought, what's his name split the atom? What's that wacky guy from Australia with the red hair?
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Yahoo Serious.
Yeah, Yahoo Serious.
Right, that's how he invented beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, probably.
I saw that.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, did the Wright brothers really fly?
Yeah. Right.
That's my question.
Big minded.
Right.
That's
I
my
saw
point.
some
What's
lady,
real?
Some lady in the UK was all offended that some people were paragliding because she thought they were moths.
It's like that story's crazy
That's
too.
tough.
Like that's the weirdest story ever. Paragliding.
Yeah. It's the worst
That's what
way
we
to
got.
attack him.
Yeah, that could be it.
When you got both hands on the bar, when you're steering,
Yeah,
how do you
it's
go
so
shoot,
weird.
you know? And then it's like, I just shoot your wing and you're done.
Yeah, and nobody did anything. It was just a weird attack. It's like there's so much high tech, and now the best way to do is go completely back
Yeah.
to
go
primitive
escape
shit.
Ad
Escape from
sale
LA.
to attack us, you know? Like, no, you can do better.
Miles, you got any other stuff do you want to blow our mind with?
Yeah. Don't tell anyone. I told you this.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan is actually cute.
That's so.
Oh!
That's deep.
That guy's back.
That's great. Hulk Hogan's just the whole thing is just weird. Like, why doesn't he ever cut his hair?
But his
just
body's
don't
cutting
understand.
it for him. I don't think that it goes any further than it is.
But why does he just have this? It just looks like spaghetti hanging out the back.
Because
of
it
his
is. It's attached to the bandanas,
It's
bro.
so. Oh, really?
I think so.
He's as bald as anybody's ever been in the history of bald.
And they should just shave it all off.
Yeah, nah.
Even towards the end, he had like a full bald head with just weird hair.
Bald in his prime.
When guys have
Yeah.
hair that's like that straight, they never keep it. past that.
Yeah, I had that.
It's too fine.
Yeah, it's like-
oh, you had fine hair.
I had Hulk. No, not fine, but I definitely had I think maybe when Hulk was 17, that's what my hair was like.
What age you go bald?
Like 35 or something.
Did you fight it, or were you like, damn, that's over?
No, as
Stick
soon
it
as
forward.
it started to thin on the widow's peak, I just picked it. I never walked around with it.
shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Joe Rogan made bald cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael Jordan.
I'll
definitely
give Jordan
did.
some, but
You don't think Rogan shaved
I
his
think
head?
people were shaving
started-
their heads before Joe Rogan shaved his head.
Yeah, but
It's the new
cool.
comb over.
Yeah, it
So
is.
whenever the comb over became uncool, which was in the 70s,
1800s.
yeah, I feel like it's been it was like my father was a bald guy that shaved his head, and I think he was old enough to, at one point, my stepmom told stories about if you're wearing the windows down, he'd get pissed because the comb over would get blown out of control. So then, and then when he shaved it, it was like, I remember saying, it's the new comb over, like, and you look way better.
Oh my god! I told you.
As long as you have a nice head
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
shave.
say, if you do have like a bigger dome than the bottom of your face and you shave your head, it's maybe not that.
I know some dude in like New York City who has, it looks like a light bulb. His
Yeah,
head looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
light bulb.
Yeah, it's like his skull grew over. his
Yeah,
head.
it's not a good look.
Maybe he's smart.
Wasn't it? I'm trying to think of because I feel like non-white dudes were a little bit ahead of the curve of shaving their head after
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, but like the Montels and stuff of the world. I feel like for white dudes, Bruce Willis was the first guy who didn't try to do plugs and wigs.
Yeah,
It was just like
yeah.
I can still,
Yeah.
I
He
can
has
still
that
be an
fine
action
here
star.
too.
Yeah, but
You
when he
have a
went
full
bald-
head of hair. You have a full head of hair.
Yeah, hanging tough.
You're not
Gray
even
is like
gray. You
my-
got no gray.
I did. There's a little bit in there, but it's pretty. I'm not young anymore.
Yeah, how old are you now?
I'm 46.
Damn, what a young pup you are.
Yeah.
Time flies.
You know you're getting old when the number you give the hot chicks, your fake age is still old as fuck too.
I know.
Right? You're like, oh, I'm 44. You're like, oh my god, you're so old. I'm like, oh, you don't even know. It's so bad.
No, people don't want to date you because they know that you're gonna die way before they do.
Yeah, 100%.
Or at a certain
and you're
point-
also not young and sexy.
Yeah.
Like I have a girlfriend, but it is hilarious because it's like I realized I was not suave. I didn't have good pickup lines. I was just young and attractive, and now I'm decaying. I got no game whatsoever.
Right.
And as a
You're
guy-
like the athlete that was relying on pure athleticism.
Yeah, I'm like the
Turns
Trace
out you
McGrady
had
of
no
hitting
skill.
on chicks. I got no game now. And it's funny because it's like women can get mad at that. Guys always have to keep hitting on chicks because if we don't, we completely lose our game. It's like anything. It's like if you stop doing it, you're not good at it. So you always got to throw a little game here and there just to keep your game on par.
That's fair.
It's great advice from Sam Tripoli, but we gotta go.
What more? Miles, do you have anything else you need to share with the world? This is your forum.
Beast mode.
I believe the Earth is flat, or is not flat, but your mom's ass is.
My ass is so flat, dude. I'm like, that's a conspiracy. Where did my ass go, bro?
Did you have an ass?
I think I did. My friend Andrew
So you
was
think
like,
you did?
I
You don't know for sure?
Yeah, but it's never been this flat.
What happened?
Someone took a picture from me behind. It's just back to leg
Oh, no.
with a crack in the middle.
Should you do some squats, maybe?
I should lift more weight.
Do
I
all
can't
those
just be
exercises that the big booty ladies do in the gym. You know, the single,
Yeah, but-
they do the leg raise thing.
Does anyone want an old man with a fat trunk?
Yeah. I think that's like one of the things I still got going for me.
You got a lot going for you. Good looking guy. You're always the Elvis dude. You're gonna blow up in comedy. It's gonna happen. You just gotta stay in the pocket.
I'm in. Thanks, Sam. Everybody, make sure you check out samtripoli.com for tour dates because he does a lot of comedy and he's a very, very funny guy. And he's doing some new comedy that maybe won't make your knickers get in or not.
When's your next spot?
I don't know.
Okay, respect.
Oh, Wednesday. I'm doing the Riff Raff at the Comedy Store.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I got to defend my arm wrestling title.
Oh, with Riff Raff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Who's putting that on?
Billy Myers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. It's fun. I like that show. It's fun. Everybody, thanks for listening. Don't forget, Jason Ellis Show is more on Patreon at patreons.com/EllisMate. That was difficult. Okay, love you guys. Don't die. Thanks, Sam.